So the mole highway, it's a thing. You're actually allowed to take a copy of this into the quiz with you, not the test, but the quiz, so that you can get used to the way that we use the conversions. So this is the basic setup for the mole highway. We've got moles in the middle because they're the thing that connects all of the other values. Now, up here we're going to have mass. This one's going to be volume. And that's actually the volume of a gas at standard temperature and pressure. So that's kind of a specific type of volume, but that's the one we're dealing with right now, so we're going with it. This one over here is particles. Could be molecules, could be atoms, if the atoms are separate by themselves, but this one is particles. So what we're going to explore is the connection between them. Now, moles and mass have molar mass as their connector, and that is the periodic table. So I can just write periodic table in the middle there, and I know that I'm going to get my molar mass from the periodic table. Now, if I'm going from moles to mass, then I'm going to make a little arrow going that way. And the way I want to set that up is I've got moles, I'm going to mass, so my moles is going to be on the bottom and my mass is going to be on the top. So I'm going to be multiplying by grams per mole. If I have mass and I want moles, then I'm going to be coming back this way, and since I already have the grams, I want to get rid of them with grams on the bottom, so I'm going to put moles over grams. Now the number is always going to be 1 mole, and the number of grams, where the number is equal to the molar mass of whatever you happen to be dealing with. So that'll get us between moles and mass. Then we come down here to volume, and we have this magical number of 22.4 liters per mole. I know that if I have a gas at standard temperature and pressure, then it's going to be occupying 22.4 liters for every mole of gas that I have. So when I'm going from moles to volume, I want the moles on the bottom. So I'm going to have 22, I'm going to be multiplying by 22.4 liters for every mole. So I'm going to use that conversion to go from moles to volume. If I have the volume, but I want the moles, I'm going to reverse it, and I'm going to multiply by 1 mole, I could put a 1 under there if I want, for every 22.4 liters. So that's going to go from liters, put a little liters in here, from liters to moles by putting the liters on the bottom and the moles on the top. And it's always 22.4 as long as your gas is at standard temperature and pressure. Over here we've got particles, and that's Avogadro. Avogadro's number, which is mole is a unit, or have you heard, containing 6 times 10 to the 23rd. Okay, come on, it's catchy. All right, so that means that if I'm going from moles to particles, then I want to have the particles on the top and the moles on the bottom. 1 mole of any substance is worth 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles. Could be atoms, could be molecules, particles. All right, so that's going this way. If I'm going back, then I flip it. It's multiplied. So if I'm going from particles to moles, I'm going to multiply by, put the particles on the bottom. Whoops. You can use your E button in your calculator, the big E button, E23. There's my particles, 1 mole. So I'm going to be left with moles because that's on the top. Particles are going to cancel out, and there you go. So this is called the mole highway. You can vroom up and down wherever you want to go on this thing, and moles are the connector, the little roundabout in the middle. You can use this, make a copy of it yourself, and personalize it all you like, use color, whatever. Just make sure you know which way the arrows are going and where your conversions are.